The United States is a place where you're bound to meet people from different types of backgrounds at some point during your stay, a lot of which are international students. Follow them in this journey through the different experiences that they have chosen to share. Hopefully, you will come out with a brand new perspective of what it's like to be an international student.
Hi, my name is Darlene Inoa.
Jonathan Guzman.
Brenda Sanchez.
Sai Prakash.
Jackie Vader.
Elizabeth Police.
Venkatesh.
Miguel Eduardo Central.
Kareem Ayman Mahmoud Fateh Hassan Zoranfel.
Jawang Lee.
Jyotsna. I'm from the Dominican Republic.
Puerto Rican.
The Dominican Republic.
From India.
From India.
Haiti.
India. Dominican Republic.
Egypt.
China.
And I'm from India. In a plane, but that's why I came to United States in a plane.
I came to the US by plane 18 and a half years ago, and I came to Pittsburgh State because it was a nice, affordable price, and it offered the studies I need to progress my life in a positive manner.
I picked up United States because when I was in my 12th grade, my brother first started studying in a university in United States, and then he was like, oh, America is so good, there are so many clubs to join, there are so many people to interact, and it's an entirely different education system in the United States.
It started with my dad's side. His sister came and then she figured out a way to bring him, and then he brought me and my brothers and sisters and my mom, and we were all following the American dreams.
We came from a house to an apartment.
I didn't even come from a house, actually. I came from a little shelter with wood where you would see everything like through the wood. I had no floor. My house had no floor. We didn't have water. We had to buy water from a camion. How do you say a camion? A truck. Yeah. Every single day to shower and to cook and to eat.
I came in this country 2 years after the earthquake in Haiti. After that, my mom decided to bring me here because she feels better when I'm with her, and then there are better opportunities for school here.
My brother lived here, and while I was trying to find many scholarships in many different universities, I found out that this university is in the smartest state, and it's also one of the most economic. So it's got great value, and I'm a man who adores value.
After arriving to the United States, people often experience culture shock. Differences from their homelands, dislikes of the new environment, and even the weather are things that these students have all gone through.
I expected the roads to be really clean. I mean, small, silly stuff.
Silly, very silly. I don't know, I was 11. I assumed I was gonna come, learn English, then go to school. 3 days after I got here, my dad takes me to school. So I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I guess I know English already. And I was thrown in a class. I didn't understand anything. But yeah, that was my first expectation of this country.
I expected to have like a better quality of life, I guess. When I lived in the Dominican Republic, I wasn't rich. Like, obviously I'm not rich now, but I do live better.
When I first came here, I was like so excited to see all the fall colors too. Yes, I never saw them in India. So.
We come more from a more cultural and rich in culture and restricted background, conservative background, you can say that. Orthodox. So you can't talk freely about having girlfriends with your parents. We see people living more alone. I mean,
Individual.
More individual. Yeah.
Individualism.
Yeah.
Whereas in India, it will be like a group kind of thing.
The thing that surprised me the most when you move here, I noticed that some people, like by the age they're like 18, they move out, you know.
Here, my parents, no. I have a curfew and I'm 21. I seen like American friends that they joke around with their parents swearing, and like my mom would smack the crap out of me if I ever saw in front of her.
It doesn't matter how old you are. If you live there, you have to go by the rules.
The culture is mostly self-centered and about personal success instead of fomenting a culture of community, of solidarity, and of loving thy neighbor. That was lost upon me reaching the airport here. Back from the Dominican Republic, where everybody was willing to help, it pretty much transitioned into everybody wants to help themselves.
I dislike the income tax, the state tax, the federal tax, the Medicare, the Social Security. I'm not seeing any of that money, okay?
My dislike is climate and snow.
We are not used to the snow, so we don't know how to deal with it.
We get hurt.
Yeah.
The fashion here is different because here, like, they wear less colors. Whenever I go shopping, I just can see the colors like gray, black, blue. When you go to India, and you can just literally like look at all of the colors, like pinks. People in India are more colorful, I guess.
I was raised in a half Puerto Rican and half Dominican household. There, you just made friends, your neighbors. You just hang out every day with them. They were considered family. As soon as I came here, it was just school, my house.
Oh, the food.
The food? The food, you know? Yeah, the food I miss really much. There's more food, maybe to the quick food, I don't know how to say, fast food, yeah. And maybe in China, we have a lot of foods need more time to cook and for prepare and then for cook.
Actually, I prefer German food. I love the burgers here. The burgers are better and the barbecue. But except of that, I would say German food is better.
So people eat like very less spicy food over here, and food is, you people eat a lot of bread.
The experience of an international student in the US is very particular. While not everything is a walk in the park, it definitely has its beauty.
My name is Dina Rubin. I'm the International Education Coordinator, and I help international students with immigration and intercultural issues, and sometimes study abroad students as well. Students are always my favorite, and I'm particularly happy to work with international students because of my own experiences, because I'm always learning something new.
Being an international student, I got to meet so many people over here, like from different cultures. Like I've made friends from so many other countries, and I got to know their culture, their language.
If you notice, everybody like comes from an outside area. They bring something to America. The knowledge and the culture and the traditions.
It gives you the chance to know like someone's culture, why they do certain things.
What I really like about this country is that you can pretty much come from anywhere and build yourself from the ground up to a huge success or to massive failure. And here you can be nothing and be everything, all coming from hard work.
When I was in India, I never spoke to an American, I never spoke to a Pakistani guy, I never spoke to any other international people. So I came here, I ate their food, I understood their values. So it's broadened my perspective a little. I'm always planning to be a digital nomad. So this whole process helps me to be that guy.
In the end, I'm very thankful to my parents for like putting so much dedication into it. But in the end, they made it out to be like a fairy tale land when it's in fact it's a very real place. There's tough times. Just because you reach the dream doesn't mean you don't have to keep working for the dream.
Me living my whole life in the United States, I've become, cultured and nurtured in this country. So things that other people might see as being weird, I just see, as normal because I am American at the end of the day. Here we're more open to be ourselves, whether you're gay, transgender, whatever you are.
Everything in between.
Everything in between. It doesn't matter in the United States. You can be whoever you want.
You want to be.
And you'll be accepted.
It shouldn't matter where you come from, what you come from, what hole in the ground, what tree person you came from. I think it's really important that you should be given the same opportunity as everybody else.
We have to look outside of ourselves and be aware of things that are happening outside of our community, outside of our family, in the world, to be better people. And ultimately, I think for international students, understanding where they're coming from and their experiences, it's just such a great thing. I just really enjoy getting to know each and every person, each and every student. They bring something into my lives, and my hope is to help international students have a positive experience here so that when they go home, that they can say, hey, I had such a great time, you should go, and they can learn something about themselves too.
It's about meet more interesting people here and learn something from the different people all around the world. Say goodbye. 再见. Okay. Thank you.
So that concludes today's episode. People around the world are funny, smart, interesting, and we all have a different story to share. Thank you for watching, and we hope this video sparks an interest in you to learn about different cultures from other parts of the planet.